Well, we are back like we never before in there for you. We are talking Erisken update. You are going to know what his transfer is all about after United has finally announced their latest or their first signing of the season. Erik ten Hag looks elated and the fans at least have gotten someone to show up. And I'm elated too amidst everything that is happening in that Manchester United, because at least we've finally shown that we're a big team in the market, signing one of the most exciting young left backs in the world in the names of Tyrell Malacia. We are talking Paul Dybala, linked to Manchester United, and he has really gotten hails from TalkSport. There is a journalist in there for you who has said that keep Ronaldo, bring Dybala in there for you. So I don't know whether Dybala will be okay with it, because Dybala at Juventus, the reason as to why he said his career never blossomed as he wanted it to be was because he was outshone by Ronaldo. So even after that, we are talking Ronaldo in there for you. Ronaldo missing out on training is not expected at United. Erik ten Hag has given his view on why Ronaldo's not attending the training, and he has said that won't really hold him back. That is Erik ten Hag for you. We are having De Jong. De Jong has lots of things in there for you. The transfer and the latest on his transfer. Welcome to United Matters channel. I go by the names of Rokan David. Smash the like button, comment and share. If at all you're watching us for the very first time, endeavor to go into the lower right bottom corner. Smash the subscription button. After smashing it, hit the notification bell or enable you get notified each and every time I upload a video onto this channel. For those that missed out on the other video of Tyrell Malacia signing for United, it's already up there. It's already up there, very much described in there for you. And tomorrow morning, you're going to find yourself a video at 10 hours or 10 a.m. There is going to be a video scheduled of how United is going to line up with Tyrell Malacia. The video is going to be up in there for you. So that is really what we worked upon earlier today. And tomorrow morning, I've given you what to wake up on. So when you see that video scheduled, hit the notification bell that will enable you get notified when that video is going live. And first and foremost, before we go into those stories that I've talked about, this was not part of our intro, but it happened finally. Remember, it was just way back when we talked about Fulham putting up its offer to United. And guess what? Andreas Pereira has accepted Fulham's offer and will be sold. Fulham will pay £9 million with an additional £3 million in add-ons. He goes by the names of Vene Casgrandad. He's coming in from Brazil, and he has really broken this deal. And that's what I told you. That's why when I really come here and report stories from Brazil, people will say, Rokan, you are lying. You are telling lies. These are not lies. These are not lies. When you hear a story coming in from Brazil, when it's being related to a Brazilian player, just know it's from a real source. It's from a real source. You get? And now he was the first to break this story. He comes in from Brazil, who goes by the names of Vene Casangradek. Then after Vene Casangradek, Fabrizio Romano came out and really gave us the full picture of the deal. He said, Andreas Pereira to Fulham, here we go. Full agreement in place on player side. 3-year deal with option for further season. Man United will receive £10 million plus £3 million add-ons. Deal was already agreed between clubs last week. Now it's all set to be done in there for you. So Andreas Pereira is really leaving United in there for you. And at last, United has made a sale in there for you. What a day. Malacia comes in, officially unveiled, and at least we are making a sale. So the outgoing that Manchester United can even average £1 million if at all well sold. I told you, if there is a player to get us money, you get, if there's a player to get us money, Andreas Pereira is one of those. Telles, Aaron Wan-Bissaka, Phil Jones, Brandon Williams, which other player? We have like 7 players to sell. Have I talked about Aaron Wan-Bissaka? Alright, so we have like 6-7 players. When well sold, we can get £100 million, and those £100 million can really be added on the 120 to see to it that we spend it very well and really get Erik ten Hag what he really has. And to me, it's okay even if we don't spend that £100 million, and Ten Hag tells them, all right, let me first use this squad for the first for the first 6 months, you get, as they break off to the World Cup on 18th November, then I'll see what players will be needed, because we would have played for August, September and October, you get. So 3 months of playing time, of playing football, the manager will be knowing the right shape of the team. By the way, that's another advantage that Erik ten Hag has, because by the beginning of November, the season will become to a halt, and then these players will go to the World Cup. Remember, most of United players, some won't go. Some will stay behind, and we'll see what he'll do with them in there for you. Now, the Athletic has come out and said Fulham have had a bid worth £10 million accepted by Manchester United for Andreas Pereira. It's understood the offer is worth £8 million with £3 million in potential add-ons. United will retain a 20% sell on clause, and should Fulham part ways with him in the future. All right, this is what you are supposed to do, especially United, because most of the players at Manchester United have always stalled their movement, or their transfers have been held because United wants money that the clubs can't offer. But this option of 20% after sell, should Fulham part ways with the player, is really great, because if at all you want like £15 million from Andreas Pereira, the team can afford only 13. So where does the 2 come in from? If you believe in this player that can go on and play very well, then you accept that the £2 million will come in from the 20% you sell that player. Because to me, we believe that if Andreas Pereira hits the ground running at Fulham, he will get other suitors who can even pay £20 million for him. So if it's £20 million for him, that means close to £4 million will cross to Manchester United. So I wish that was done to people like Sergio Romero, Phil Jones, Jesse Lingard. You get, if that clause was put in, let Newcastle get United in the January transfer window £10 million, and they tell them that if at all you are reselling him, all parting ways with him, then do ABCD. You get, that's what I'm supposed to do. So I'm happy for this, and I think it's all about Tom Keane, and the deal has been negotiated and it's done and dusted in there for you. Now we go to Seth of the Sky Sports. He has come out and told us that Manchester United are finalizing the details of Christian Eriksen's contract after he agreed to join the club. So the details, you know, discussing a contract is not something easy one. Let me give you an example. There are players who really include their family, like Neymar. You get, if you're bringing Neymar to your club, you must be paying his entire family. You get, apart from the salary you give him, you must be paying his family. That's that way back from Barcelona, when he was crossing in from Brazil. I think that was Sao Paulo, and coming to a side which goes by the names of Barcelona, came in and really said, we are taking you, but you have to pay my family. So you don't know how long that deal is going to take, but we know that Christian Eriksen has agreed verbally to join Manchester United, and a deal in principle has been agreed, and we are waiting for him to land in Manchester to do the medical. And I know tomorrow we are going to be having an update of Christian Eriksen in Manchester doing a medical, because tomorrow is Wednesday. On Friday morning, United is boarding for Bangkok, and they would like at least to have Malacia, Eriksen and Lisandro Martinez. That is what Erik ten Hag wants. That is Seth of Sky Sports. And then we have Laurie Whitwell coming out and telling us that Christian Eriksen's free transfer should be completed in the coming days, meaning that this deal is going to be done and only paperwork to be signed is left. Then Fabrizio Romano, you know him, first tier 1 transfer journalist in there for you, he has said contracts now ready for Christian Eriksen to sign with Manchester United. Just waiting for medical, and then it will be complete. 3-year deal confirmed. Eriksen will be next signing after Terrell Malacia. Terrell Malacia has been unveiled today. That means on Thursday latest, that's when you are having the unveiling of Eriksen, because United want to go with him in Bangkok, and in that game of Liverpool that we are playing on the 12th, he is really going to be so much fundamental in there for you, because this is going to be the first game of Erik ten Hag managing Manchester United. if I was Erik Ten Hag, I would have really prepared. Is it a door closed friendly with any team in there for you, maybe Derby or anyone like Arsenal did and played Ipswich, to get the real shape of these players, because I'm eagerly waiting to see who is Erik Ten Hag going to pick on that day. I know most of you, that's what is running in your heads and eyes. You are waiting to see who is exactly Erik Ten Hag going to pick up in there for you. But Erisken to Manchester United is really done, and we are waiting for him to come in Manchester United and then do the needful and do the medical. Things concerning the visa won't be a problem because he holds it and he was playing for the Premier League, and it's easy for him in there for a deal to get done in there for you. You won't hear things like those that really delay the deals of Malaysia to be announced in there for you. Now, on the Here We Go podcast, Fabrizio Romano has really given us an update on Lisandro Martinez. He said that Manchester United are really confident on Lisandro Martinez. Erik Ten Hag wants the club to be fast on this deal. Erik Ten Hag really wants Lisandro Martinez for a reason. One, in every department, he believes that he needs a player whom he has ever coached to be used as, how can I term it? To be used as when we are doing experiments, there are things we use to do those experiments. How are they referred to? I've forgotten their names. The apparatus. All right. He wants those players to be used as the apparatus to demonstrate to these players that this is what I want. Now, in the back four, he doesn't have anyone. And as things look, it looks like United might really take long to get in a central defensive midfielder. And he knows that in the left back, I'm covered with two players, that is Tyrell Malacia and a player who goes by the names of Luke Shaw. Then in the central defense, the likes of Eric Bay have said, no way, I want to stay at Manchester United to fight for my position, but United might really find it okay to selling him to Fulham because they've already had a very good deal done in between them and Andreas Pereira, and we look at them paying close to £13 million plus add-ons for Andreas Pereira. That means they can cough out close to 20 for Eric Bay, and we are waiting to see whether United will do that deal. But Eric Bay says, I'm going to stay here. But Eric Bay says, I'm staying. If Eric Bay is staying, then we have Eric Bay, Harry Maguire, Lindelof, and Rafael Varane. Those are four. If Lisandro comes in, it's going to be a different type of game altogether. And I don't know why Erik Ten Hag is so much putting pressure onto the board to really bring in Lisandro Martinez, because it's really shocking. He has close to 5 or 6 centre-backs, of which I know 2 are going to be sold. Tuanzebe and Phil Jones, those are really going to be sold. Unless Tuanzebe really does something different in there to convince the manager, but I really believe he is going to be sold. You get, after him being sold, Lisandro Martinez, if at all he comes in, and how the pressure Ten Hag is putting on the board, it comes to my mind that United are really wanting to get this man into the central midfield most of the times. You get? Let's wait and see how it's going to happen, but he is really telling the board, I want to go with him in Bangkok and then Austria in there for you. Lisandro Martinez is yet to decide between Manchester United and Arsenal. That is Melissa Reddy. This is a senior reporter for Sky Sports in there for you. Those are all updates of Lisandro Martinez in there for you. So Melissa says he's yet to decide, but before he makes a decision, he has to first know which team has really agreed a deal with Ajax. And how do you agree a deal with Ajax? Meeting the real valuation of Ajax, which is £43 million in there for you. And United pocketing in some 10, they might really say, all right, let's go in and really get this deal done, because we had a budget of £125 million. When you add on 10, that means it's okay either for you. And United have really made an offer of £38 million, meaning they are £5 million less. Pocketing in some £10 million, it's easy for United to say, all right, Lisandro Martinez, come to United. We've really gone ahead to do this. And this really takes me to a guy who goes by the names of Fraser. He appears on the podcasts of BBC discussing transfers. He has come out and really said that a verbal agreement has been reached between Manchester United and Lisandro Martinez. Now, when you hear that, money has crossed sides from Fulham to Manchester United and it's worth £10 million, and United were giving in a bid of £38 million. It shows you that that story of a Fraser of BBC might have something in it. United might have really told Ajax that, all right, we have the money now. Can we go ahead and talk to the lad? And tomorrow, I'm 100% sure a deal of Lisandro Martinez to Manchester United is going to be broken by one of the first-year journalists. And who is very close to this deal? It's Fabrizio Romano. And I know tomorrow we are getting a very big update onto this deal of Lisandro Martinez. So keep locked onto this channel because this is what we do and we bring you all the news as it comes in there for you. Smash the like button. Let's see 200 likes onto this video and we see how we are really going eyes in there for you. So we go to another story of Paulo Dybala is evaluating offers from English and Spanish clubs. Manchester United could be an option should Cristiano Ronaldo leave. For Ronaldo leaving, it's not a question. He's going to leave because he cannot find himself playing in the UEFA Europa League. 16 goals apart in between him and Messi. Messi, new coach at PSG, and they're really trying to enforce their team, bring in young blood, and Garcia is really one of the best coaches I've seen. He might really get something good out of Messi and decide which goes by the names of PSG. When you look at the front three, it might be Kylian Mbappe, Messi, and Neymar. The front three. So Messi can really go ahead to really outscore Ronaldo in just a single season of Champions League when he really slips off and decides to play in the UEFA Europa League. So 100% believe when Ronaldo leaves, Dybala will come in. To me, Dybala is really a very good kind of player, according to me. He's talented, though he has not yet reached his ceiling even. Not even a half of his football has been shown to us, but he is really a very convincing player. And with United having problems of money, of signing Anthony, could Erik Ten Hag enforce this coming in? And could United find it a way to really suppress the fans who are really going to be so much alarming when Ronaldo quits their club? Could United really find it a solution? Of course they can. They can bring in Dybala because they can give him the money he wants, obviously. And it's really a good signing. When you get in Dybala and De Jong at Manchester United, it's a different team altogether because Dybala can play centrally as a center forward. He can play behind the center forward as a central attacking midfielder, of which I don't think is going to play there because that place has already been taken. Dybala can be played as a right attacking forward or a right winger. With his sweet left foot, he can cut in and really do the needful in there for you. So to me, I really believe that let's wait and see how these things develop because United, if at all they really want to really get a center forward and not get center forward problems right now, the best on market, it's Dybala. Dybala, if he comes in at Manchester United, I think he can come in and enjoy. And let's see what he really did because I saw his stats, 27 games, 11 goals, and is it 10 assists in there for you? So close to 20 goal involvements in his season in the Serie A. So if it's okay to come in at United and play into the UEFA Europa League, then he's welcome. But the president of Inter Milan has said we are not going to sign Dybala because we've already gotten in enough centre forwards, of which is right. Having Lukaku, you are having Lautaro Martinez, Edin Dzeko, you are having this other guy, Sanchez. Where is Dybala going to play? Because the system that Inter Milan plays, they play a 3-5-2. You get a 3-5-2 does not really bring out the best of a player who goes by the names of Dybala. That's why you saw at Juventus, Allegri was playing with a 3-5-2. You get with him and Ronaldo leading the line, or him and Morata or Vlahovic leading the line. You get? But at Inter Milan, they already have their two guns. Lukaku has returned and Lautaro Martinez. There is even Edin Dzeko. So that's really something tricky for Dybala. But I know very soon the story will come out and develop with the news. Then we had someone known as Darren Ambrose saying Manchester United should sign Pablo Dybala to partner Ronaldo. Sign Dybala and keep Ronaldo. The best thing can happen is to put someone hardworking next to Ronaldo. That's out. That's out. I cannot have Dybala and Ronaldo in the same team because this really failed to work up in Italy. In the modern game, one thing you should know is What you need is to have someone who is really so much pressing. You get? In this modern game, you have no position if at all you are not a pressing striker. That's a fact. That's a fact. If you look at Liverpool, they had a front three last season: Mane, Salah, and Diego Jota. Then Diego Diaz, then Luis Diaz came in later. All of those are pressers. You get? They press you. Look at Chelsea. They press you. Man City, they press you. You get? Arsenal's got in Gabriel Jesus. His former coach Pep Guardiola referred to him as the best pressing centre forward. You get? So that's what the world is all about. The world is all about pressing. Darren Ambrose, I respect your decision, but at United with Erik Ten Hag, there is no way you can have Ronaldo and Dybala in there for you, because you have a lot of attackers who are talented. I'm seeing people putting Anthony Martial out of this conversation, but I'm telling them Anthony Martial is going to raise than he has never raised before. I'm even believing that if at all Erik Ten Hag gives him the road to lead the line, he can even score 30 goals a season, because a season when he was playing under a manager who was really so much ignorant about coaching and how the game changes and how improving a player is, he really scored 23 goals. When Cavani came in, things changed in there for you, and Ronaldo, when he came in, things got worse for Martial in there for you. He felt like he has been betrayed by the manager, who goes by the names of Ole Gunnar Solskjaer in there for you. So I really don't agree with that story of signing Dybala when Ronaldo stays. United are focused on Lisandro Martinez, but Erik Ten Hag likes Matthias De Ligt too. This is Matteo Moretto. Matteo Moretto is really one of those coming in from, I think, is it Italy in there for you. So his sources are always not yet ugly, but let's wait and see whether Matthias De Ligt is wanted by United, because Bayern is in the mix, Chelsea is in the mix, and they really want lots of money. 100 million euros, close to 80 million pounds. United can't really go ahead and do such a mistake again unless on a player who is really proven. If they're closing a deal of sorry for that, of De Jong at 65 million euros, total 85 million euros, then how can they go for Matthias De Ligt, who has been a flop at Juventus, for 100 million euros? That's out. However much he really admires him, but there is no way he's really going to do this, because he cannot sign two central defenders. He can't, of course. Fabrizio Romano has come out and really given us an update on Frankie De Jong. He has told us that Frank De Jong's situation with Barcelona, structure of the add-ons still to be discussed, as personal terms to salary reduction very unlikely. So nothing has changed yet for De Jong deal. United and Barca still in contact, no negotiations yet on the player side. But all this, I really believe that there is something we are being hidden that they don't want really to let out, especially the agent of De Jong. There is no way United could go on to discuss a deal from May, June, July, when that deal is not going to happen. A player might have given them consent that, all right, the fact is, I'm not happy at Barcelona. Obviously, there is a story that really came out at Barcelona during, I think, the season was left with like 6-7 games to go. Xavi was not playing Frankie De Jong enough time, and sometimes he benched him. Then Frankie De Jong was frustrated and went to the media, and his team, they let out a story that he's not happy with Xavi, that he's really going to leave. Xavi came out and said, I really love De Jong, he's my best player in there for you. If De Jong was your best player, why do you have to bring in Frank Kessie? Because bringing in Frank Kessie was an approval that De Jong can't do what you expect him to do. When Sergio Busquets gets injured, you don't really believe that De Jong can do the job. And secondly, you want someone to be giving you something that Busquets can't offer you. You get? And something that Frankie De Jong wants to do to Barcelona, or at Barcelona, Busquets does it better than him. That's why he brought in Frank Kessie on a free. And I will believe that De Jong went ahead to calculate when he heard that they brought in Frank Kessie, and he got to know that I'm not really going to start at Barcelona, because the midfield three of Barcelona is going to be Frank Kessie, Busquets, and Pedri. That's it. De Jong is not going to be part of it. It's something that most of you don't want to hear, but that's the fact. De Jong is not going to be part of it. De Jong is not going to get enough playing time at Barcelona. He knows it. That's why this deal, Erik ten Hag wants it to happen, because he has been given assurances by De Jong that, all right, I want to come out of Barcelona and Barcelona to sell me. But no player can come out while having close to 3 or 4 years on his contract at Barcelona who can come out and really let out the news that, all right, I'm tired of Barcelona, I want to get out. No way. He can't do it. He can't do it, and that's it. So to me, I really believe that negotiations and personal terms have already been agreed by the player and Manchester United. It's Barcelona trying to first sign in players. Reason is they don't want to sell Frankie de Jong without bringing in new arrivals. Even these ones that they've just already signed, Frank Kessie and Christensen, they've unveiled them, but they've not yet registered them with La Liga because they need money. You get? So one of the levers they're expecting is that of Frankie de Jong, but they want to first really go in and bring in people like Rafinha, to get in players like Lewandowski. You get? Such that when they come in here, it's okay for de Jong to go, because they will tell them, all right, one has left, we've brought in 5. You get? And out of those 5, there is Rafinha, there is Frank Kessie, there is Christensen, and most of all, there is a player who goes by the name of Bernardo Silva and Lewandowski. You get? I think we'll wait for this deal, and it might take really enough. But to me, if it really happens, it will be worth the wait. If it does not happen, it's going to be a very shameful decision that the Glazers, the board, took to go ahead and negotiate such a deal that has really seen us lose on very many other players. FC Barcelona will only consider the continuity of Frankie de Jong if he reduces his salary considerably, therefore, because he earns £350,000 a week. So if Atwell does not reduce his money, they will really sell him. Obviously, Fabrice has told us that he doesn't want to reduce his money. Fabrizio Romano in here on the Hugo podcast, it's very unlikely Frankie de Jong will reduce his salary and stay at Barcelona. It's unlikely. It's very unlikely. You get? So it's hard for him to make such a decision that is Frankie de Jong in there for you. Now, Melissa Brady, senior reporter for Sky Sports, has come out and told us that United have a best agreement with Barcelona for the signing of Frankie de Jong. This deal is going to happen. I've seen very many people coming out and yapping, but even if you yap like a parrot, this deal is going to happen. It's going to happen. Barcelona are going to sell this player. The president last week couldn't come out in the news and say, all right, we want to sell Frankie de Jong, blah, blah, blah. No, he can't. He had to put pressure on Manchester United in there for you. To me, one thing that Fabrizio comes out and says that I agree, the add-ons on how they're really going to be paid might be the problem. He says that 20 million euros are really so much of add-ons, because most add-ons are like £5 million, 6, 7, 10. This time we are 20 million add-ons in there for you, so we're waiting to see what really happens. But Erik ten Hag believes that 85 million euros for Barcelona is a realistic evaluation for Frankie de Jong, and he's telling the board, cash out on him, bring him in here, and we get the job going in here at Manchester United in there for you. So Sith really has lots of things to say in there for you. He says Erik ten Hag is talking to all the players individually about his plans and their ambitions as they return for preseason. The process will continue with Ronaldo when he returns. So as Fabrizio and Austin are telling us that no one knows when Ronaldo will return, Sky Sports is saying that Erik ten Hag expects Ronaldo to return in there for you, but I doubt he's leaving. Then he has gone ahead to say that Ten Hag will not let Ronaldo define United's season. Good. I want a manager who has really a say and says if Ronaldo ends up staying at United, he will be expected to work as hard as any other player. If he leaves, it would suit all parties if the deal was done as quickly as possible. So this is what Ronaldo doesn't want with Erik ten Hag, because Erik ten Hag is saying, I'm not treating any player any special. No player is special at Manchester United. You are coming to my team on merit. And I think when Ronaldo sat with Ten Hag and they chatted maybe on WhatsApp or they really did a Zoom meeting, and they really talk to one another, or Ronaldo would have sent him his agent. You know, Ronaldo and his agent, when they bring in a new manager, what they do is that new manager comes in, the agent meets the new manager, and the new manager really has discussions. Then the agent of Ronaldo lays out their wants if they are to stay at the club. Now, for Erik ten Hag, he believes that when the team performs badly, Ronaldo won't be sacked. The manager is going to be sacked. That's why he's saying, for my case, it's me who is going to rule who is starting or not. Even if you're the greatest of all time, the highest scorer of all time, to me that does not matter. You get? You have to get on the field of play by merit, of which Ronaldo and his agent, they want the manager to build the team on his strength, of which Ten Hag doesn't believe in building a team on one player. That means you're building individuals, not a team. That is Kaveh Shokehal of Sky Sports. I think he's the same person who continued to say that United would let Ronaldo leave if they receive an offer which suits all parties. Ten Hag doesn't want his future to be the focus of the next season in there for you. Obviously, no manager would like the future of his stay or spell at Manchester United to be really so much driven or determined by a player who is 37 years of age, who can't press. You get? So this is where I get to know that United and Ronaldo had a diplomatic meeting, and they really said, let's depart diplomatically. You get? That's what really United and Ronaldo really decided. So Samuel Lucas came out and said, Manchester United's inactivity in the transfer market and salary reduction are among the issues that have convinced Ronaldo to try and seek a move elsewhere. Yeah. Inactivity in the transfer market, that's a blame. The market is still on, and the transfer market closes on 1st September. We still have close to today's what? Today's 5th. 26 days plus 32 days. Close to 60 days. 2 months. You get? But I know the reason as to why the club has really told Samuel Lucas to put up this. The main reason for them to really come in here and put out this was salary reduction issues. Because when United play in the UEFA Europa League, everyone gets a reduction of 25% of his salary. So Ronaldo, out of the 500 million euros, he was going to earn 360. You get? So he sees this as unrealistic in there for you. So he believes that him staying at United and playing the UEFA Europa League would be helping United. I don't believe that there was a player bigger than United. That player is not there. So Mr. Ronaldo, please, amicably quit United. And Fabrice has told us that George Mendes is exploring options to find an official proposal for Ronaldo as soon as possible. Man United are still on same position. All right, we know that he's going to Chelsea, and Chelsea really wants him. Man United could attempt to sign Lewandowski if Cristiano Ronaldo leaves. You get? Signing Lewandowski doesn't want to come to Manchester United. Unless you want to see another scenario like that, Arsenal has been in with Rafinha. Rafinha said, I'm not going to any other team apart from Barcelona. Even when you come out and you promise me heaven and earth, I'd rather stay at Leeds and I play one more season. When the economic situation of Barcelona stabilizes, they sign me next season. That's it. That's it. You get? So Lewandowski will not come to Manchester United. So that's what we had for you here onto the United Matters channel. It's all about Christian Erisken and Frank De Jong deal completion update. There for you, Ronaldo, Matthias De Ligt, Dybala, and very many others have been in this podcast. I go by the names of Rock and David. Your reactions are welcome into the comment section below. Good night, guys. Tomorrow morning, we are having a video premiering on this channel. It's all about Tyrell Malacia and how we line up with Manchester United. Aside out for now, see you later, and may the Almighty God protect you abundantly, my mates. I love you very much. Thank you for subscribing to this channel, and the love you're showing me is immense, and I really love it. And you guys, you are really giving me reasons of working hard for you day after day. I'm out.